Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Psyche, and today we are doing some more Top Survivor Rank. It is the start of a new season, everybody. Welcome to the stream. We are going to be finally playing, it's been a few weeks, but we're finally going to be playing the Call of Abyss Survivors from the last Call of Abyss. So that includes Batter, Toy Merchant, Entomologist, and two other survivors that I'm forgetting. Gravekeeper, and then someone else. These are all really good survivors. Maybe not all of them like really, really good. But like they're all pretty decent survivors, and even though they may be situational, they all have good uses. So that's why I like this. These Call of Abyss survivors. Not only are they good-looking skins, they're also useful characters. Unlike Pirate Call of Abyss, which was literally Gardener, Doctor. I mean, I guess Coordinator was in there, but who cares? Who else was in there? Thief, Gardener, Lawyer, Doctor, and then there was Coordinator somewhere in there. That's so weird. They had 5 survivors for Call of Abyss Pirate Season. Alright. Survivor, right. Alright. Oh, yeah, Weeping Clown. Oh, God. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, 4 of them are good survivors. The other ones are like, Jesus, man. Do not get me close to Weeping Clown. I do not want to play Weeping Clown. Jeez. Yes, Toy Merchant Gaming. It shouldn't be too hard. Toy Merchant's actually a pretty frustrating survivor to go against because as Hunter, you can never really get a good chase against her. Because she always sets up a good catapult. At most, she's going to get a Tai Kai, which is the annoying thing about her is that she doesn't really get anything after the first catapult because setting up a second one is so hard and it's so rare that you ever get use out of your glider a second time mid-kite. So then she's kind of like a dry kite survivor. But every once in a while, you can get a really nice catapult off and get a winning kite because of it. And that does happen. Who are these survivors this essence? Jeez, I thought this was first officer. The man's looking like a grandpa. 80-year-old. He got 60 years added onto his life right there. Poor magician. Psyche, what do you think about Postman in the meta? I do not think anyone should be playing him. To me, at least he's a little bit better than Mechanic. But he shares the same problem with Mechanic, is that he's a big risk character to play. He's a big liability. This goes for every decoder. Generally, if you're going to go for a decoder, I want you to be high risk, high reward. Because even if you're low risk, it's still high risk because you don't really have an ability to kite with. So really, all of them are high risk. So why did I even mention it? All of them are high risk. What really matters is their decode. Because this game is all about having a good ability to counter the Hunter ability. Usually the Post Dog does not counter Hunter abilities. The Post Dog only counters their basic swing from them catching up to you. It's very rare that that combination also prevents their abilities from also hitting you. It does not happen very often. So I don't like Postman, because at the very least, Postman before had somewhat decent deco. 20%, and you had a hope that the second letter was the deco letter. It's okay, but then after the nerf, I just don't like him anymore. I just don't like him at all after the nerf. He still has some viability, but I would not play him in rank. Even before his nerf, I would not play him in rank, because he's a character that, he's a decoder that depends on luck for his next deco letter, which is a major problem. Major problem. You do not want to be playing a decoder and then not even getting decode 24/7 out of it. Because otherwise, you could have just picked a stronger kiting character, especially if you got found early game. At that point, that's a major downside. We're actually going to go, what's her name? Toy Merchant on this map, because this is Hospital. Toy Merchant is going to be great on Hospital. Unfortunately, Seer has Tie Turner, which is very bad to have. You do not want Seer Tie Turner. Yes, you get a little bit of Owl on the rescue. No, it is not good, because then you have to send an Owl after the rescue, and the Hunter's just going to hit you while you're trying to send an Owl instead of the person that you sent the Owl to. So you waste your Owl, you take a hit for them. It's not a good idea. Seer Tie Turner is not a good idea. Is the charge on 9 better than 12 now, or is 12 still viable to counter some Hunters? So you're asking about which is better, Broken Windows or Flywheel. Most Hunters in this game, it's better to take Broken Windows. I would not take Flywheel unless it's a tournament and you're afraid of a very specific Hunter. Even then, you gotta think about what Flywheel counters. Flywheel is gonna counter 1 Patroller Bite, 1 out of 3 Patrol Bites. So you still gotta have an answer for the other 2 Patroller Bites. As for Wheel, it'll counter the Wheel Snap, but they're always gonna use it behind a wall, so you don't really know exactly when they're gonna snap. So you might just end up wasting your Flywheel half the time. It's good against Ripper and Clown, but those hunters are never really played. Everything else is like just okay. Like Nide, you could time the water, but it's also better to just wait on windows and then force them to return the harpoon and get a boost out of the water. That's also another way to counter Naiad. Assuming that she didn't make a giant water, otherwise you'll have to change your route as well. But more often than not, it is helpful than unhelpful. We're gonna... Should I? Okay. I don't like the direction of this catapult right now, because this catapult is facing the direction where the hunter would come from. And at the very least, it happens to be that we don't really have a good catapult spot here, because no matter which side, unless the hunter comes from exactly there, he's always going to be able to cut off some of our distance when we take this catapult. In fact, it might even better to... I'm not going to do this setup, but technically it would be better to use these pallets first, force them to break at least one, and then use a catapult. Because that way he can't just cut me off. But I'm not really going to bother doing all that work. What's up, Creative and Chico? Welcome to the stream. So glad to have you here. All you guys, thank you all so much for coming along. Let's see who else we got here. We got Jay, welcome. Teresa, Will, Graham Cracker. Best decoder. That's a good question. Right now, I would say do not pick any decoder. They're all just equally meh. Some worse than others, of course. We're going to need to pick this up. Because we're not going to be able to decode here. Never mind, we are going to be able to decode here. We don't really need it. Anyway, I'll just stop wasting time dropping these catapults. Because he's already picked his target. Honestly. It's Wildling, though. Huh. I guess it's good. We'd rather have the guy on chair to be a slow decoder than a fast decoder. Or a normal decoder, but hopefully he can get on his pig right away. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Stop the payola psyche? I don't know what you're talking about. What the heck are you talking about, fella? Cool bomb snipe from the bomb, but he's already on the pig, so it's not going to matter at all. Lawyer today? Nah, Lawyer doesn't have a call of this skin. He does, from the first pirate, but we're not going to be playing those today. Did I mention... Oh, shoot, I should mention all Call of Abyss 6 Survivor skins. There we go, my bad. We're not going to be playing all Call of Abyss skins. A good thing I caught that early. Sorry, there won't be... I don't actually have a single Call of Abyss 1 skin. I played during that time. I didn't get a single one, though. Not that I think they're very good anyway. I don't really like the Call of Abyss 1 skins. Except the gold, except like the Hellumber, the purple Hellumber is really cool. Man, were there really that many A skins in the first one? There was Doctor, Gardener, Lawyer, there was a Thief, there was also a Coordinator, and what else? What else was there? There was also, I think there was one more. Yeah, there was the Hellumber one, the A tier. There were 6 A tiers in that first Call of Abyss. That's crazy to me, wow. This is really, really bad. In fact, I don't even know if we're going to be able to heal her in time. I think if we work together and we set up a catapult... You know what? I was really hoping he would help me. I meant to pick that up. Love how small the button is. So, we just wasted a catapult. That's nice. We're not going to win this game, honestly. Actually, I guess we could still win this game. We don't have a last Cipher, though. That's the problem. We don't have a last Cipher. The one Cipher that our Seer's trying to do is a little bit too close to the chair. Our next best option would be Shed, but that's not actually a really good option because that would take forever to walk to. So we pretty much single-handedly screwed ourselves. Thankfully, the Bomba doesn't know that for some reason, even though he just chased him off this Cipher. And that's going to work out great for us. He should have camped that, honestly. But though it looks like it's not actually even going to matter. Oh, why is he chasing? That's not a good idea. He should not be chasing. He should be picking up on chair. Especially because that person's already been on chair one time. He could just eliminate them sooner before we can even pop the Cipher. Would be the best form of action. Thank you so much, Mama, for announcing the stream. I see that. On my other device. Thank you so much. Let's not get hit by this bomb. Or should I say Bubba? Did I say Mama or Bubba? Bad habit. Yeah, this is gonna be... That's gonna be GG. Ooh, that was a really good bomb from him. I'll give him that. That was a good bomb. Now we do lose. We do lose, I'm pretty sure. In fact, how can we even dodge this? We're basically hoping for a pallet stun now. Let's see what he does. He's just gonna throw bombs, though. Not gonna work. None of these items are actually even helpful anyway. No chance. You were hoping you could do your first ever announcement today. Well, you finally did. Today's your lucky day. We could actually struggle out. There's no chair nearby. Oh no, he's gonna be able to chair us at the hospital chair. I forgot that exists now. It's like, you say hi back. Welcome, Francis Pasta. Hello to you too! Guys, I can't read every single one of you. I wish I was your mom, Jay. Okay. That's a suspicious chat. I regret reading. Dang! It looks like he's afraid he won't be able to chair me. He definitely is able to chair me, by the way. Very interesting. He could just be waiting to surrender. Maybe he wants to give us the 1 point? I wonder. Oh, I actually could have stunned him right there if I got up. Psyche, notice me. Photo suffer stream when? Oh my god, never. You are never getting a photo suffer stream. Never, ever, ever, ever. Is dungeon there or not? Don't hit the tree. Thank you. Is it there? It is in fact there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can hit us in the air. Wow, he's not even going to give it to us? Honestly, he could have swung earlier there. Is he actually not going to give me dungeon? Wow. He actually, I don't know if this hunter knows, he could have swung at us while falling in the air. That's why I didn't land next to the dungeon, but oh well. Looks like if I just land on the dungeon, we would have been fine. This hunter didn't know, apparently. You don't have to wait for the Toy Merchant to land on the ground. As soon as they're a few feet above the ground, you can actually hit them. So that is really unfortunate. Yeah, that was... I don't know what he was doing. He could have chaired me at the hospital chair. He didn't need to drop me. He was afraid I would struggle out. Maybe he was waiting for me to crawl closer to the dungeon, then pick me up and chair me when I'm closer. It doesn't make any sense. He would have been able to chair me still. Even with Desperate Fight. It's not called Desperate Fight. It's called like Struggle Speed or something. Is rescuing early good against Breaking Wheel? Absolutely not. You do not want to rescue early against Breaking Wheel. Against any hunter, do not rescue early. That's not a good idea. It's very, very rare that there's a hunter where you want to rescue early against. Even against Mad Eyes. In my rescue guide, I don't say go rescue early. I say go to the chair early. So that way you have time to bait them into using walls when you're actually just trying to bait out walls. And by the time you do all that, it'll perfectly match up with the halfway mark, so you still get a halfway rescue, and you wasted the hunter's time and the resources on top of that trying to block off the chair. With wheel, it's a little bit difficult. It depends on your situation. If you got seen from far already, you don't have a choice. It just depends on if you have a choice. You shouldn't... That's why it's not so black and white. If there was a black and white answer, yes or no, I would say no. And it's always no. But the thing is, it's not so black and white. Because if you get found from first, I don't want to say don't rescue still. You absolutely have to rescue still. But that's only because the circumstances forced you to do it. It's not actually a good idea. Normally I read these, but I absolutely don't care. I literally don't care about this. The last crossover, reading these were so boring last crossover. Like, they're trying to match it up with Identity 5. Like, bro, I don't even watch the crossover in the first place. The anime, whatever this is. Give us a Michiko stream? Oh my god. I can't play Geisha well. It's just gonna be a pain stream. We're just gonna be yelling at the screen 24/7. Bro, Geisha can stick that fan somewhere where it doesn't belong. That's all I care. The blade side, of course. The painter was body blocking for me, and I'm pretty sure we lost. Dang. That's an L moment right there. I suppose we're gonna ban garbage. Yep. Oh no, we actually banned sculpture. Dang. Not that they even play sculpture in the first place, because interesting. Hunter would be like, Suki, do you have a favorite skin? Yes. I think my favorite skin, if you were to ask favorite hunter skin, I would say... Ooh, what would be the favorite hunter skin? Probably Evil Eye Host on Ripper. That is a Call of Abyss 2 skin. I do have that. I got really lucky on that pull. When I was playing the game for like 6 months at the time, I just pulled that skin. It was really cool. As for Survivor, my favorite S tier Survivor skin would have to be the Seer skin. The limited one that, when Seer first released, he's got that blue owl. I think it's really cool. I think that Devs did a really good job theming that skin after, like, it wasn't just gold. And I like gold skins, but it also felt really good with the theme, so really liked it. It was really nice. Really cool S skin. Not like today's skins. Like, the S skin for Painter matched the theme, but I don't know. It's alright. It's alright. I like it when the skins at least match the theme. For example, Lava Cake for Batter. It's okay. It's okay. I like, why? My question is, like, why? I don't know. It doesn't really look that good to me. It's just okay. Yes, Night Owl. But S tiers are always, like, hit or miss. Like, some people like him, some people don't. It depends. Like, the B-Duck skin, I think the B-Duck skin is cool. Mostly, not that it really themes, but it entirely changes the character's look. If it doesn't really change the character's look, it's not really a theme, then I don't really care that much for the skin. But, dude, Call of Abyss Eye Host, Ripper, made his Foggy Blades electric, his hand electric more specifically. It gave him eyes, which no other Ripper skin has in this game. Eyes, I really don't... I thought I had a heartbeat there for a second. It was really cool to see a Ripper with eyes. I know some other Ripper skins also technically have eyes, but... I still like the electric effect of Evil Eye Host more. Seer, he always has that mask on, those, what's it called? That thing on his face? I don't know. It's like a bandana, but over his eyes. He's not really sure how to use a bandana. So, it's really cool because it shows his glowing eyes, and I think that's really cool. Is the theme just glowing eyes? Obviously, that's the glowing theme. We just had a first officer die to a Hellumber. That's nice. When is the best time to sell a teammate? It depends. Okay, first of all, it depends on the hunter. It depends on the chair. It depends on the survivor who was chaired. And it depends how good they kited. So it also depends if they're camping. I mean, if they're not camping, just go for the rescue. Absolutely do not sell. In this case, should we sell? Well, a fifth thing that would help to know here is blink. A fifth thing to know here would be how many watches does this guy have? We don't even know how many abilities this first officer used. So if he has all 2 watches, I would probably recommend rescuing here. Because if we don't, I mean, let's be honest, we're probably going to lose this. We're not going to have... Okay, yeah, see, now he can at least rebound. Problem with doing that rescue is now he could pick up the cowboy and do the same thing except on the cowboy. So it's a problem. It just stalls the problem, really. If this Hellumber's smart, he just wasted his blink. He should have no business killing this first officer! He should have no business! Why are you taking a hit to him? He should have no business dying to him, and he dies. Not even after Tide Turner. In Tide Turner, he still dies. That whole 15 seconds before didn't even matter, because it took a hit in Tide Turner anyways. It's like he took a Tide hit at the very beginning. Dude, at this point, we should sell. This is a great example of when we should sell. Actually, I changed my mind. He left the chair. He's not camping. You could say that he's going to switch with the puppet, but he just used the puppet. He's on a cooldown with the puppet. So he actually cannot use it, so we are perfectly safe here. Do tap the puppet to make sure it can't swing at us. There you go. He did activate it. And in fact, I think I am going to body block there. I did get hit by his main body, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. In fact, it's actually not a bad thing, because, again, this first officer, now that we took a hit for him, he was in recovery. He should have no business dying. I don't know what more to say. He should have no business dying. This should be an easy kite for this first officer. Should have been the first time easy kite. Should have been the second time easy kite. Now he has factory, alright? Now there's no way he should be dying. Right, guys? Right? Right? Yeah, about that. He's dead! He's dead! Man is dead! He's about to be put 6 feet under. No, he's not about to be put 6 feet under. He's about to be put 1,000 feet up in the air. In fact, if we run out of bees, we're actually going to be able to pick up his pocket watch. He's going to throw a puppet on the Cipher too. I'm just going to get off. Just in case. Watch him, like, miss the puppet and just land on top of me, away from the Cipher. That would be so sad. So, about when is it a good time to sell? If it's a mercenary, never sell. If it's any other survivor, do consider selling if it was a really, really short kite. If it is a Blood Queen, or photographer, never sell, because that's a hunter that they can absolutely, well, it depends on their survivor they're playing at that point. If it's Blood Queen. If it's photographer, always do the rescue. No reason not to do the rescue, in that situation. It's like when people make mistakes. Look, here's the thing, I would understand if it was like a sculptor, a dream witch, something like that. But this is a freaking Hellumber. We gotta look at the survivor he's playing and look at the hunter is playing. That's why it's a big deal. It makes absolutely no sense. We can't really do that Cipher. That's not really an option. I don't feel like wasting 15 seconds breaking a puppet. He switched to now. But at that point, he's gonna waste more time walking. To be fair, how are you gonna play first option die to hell on Ruins Instincts? Exactly. Now we're pretty much screwed because he almost certainly left the puppet there at the entrance of basement. In fact, he switched. I literally saw him switch after each chair, so there is a puppet there. There's no joke about that. I don't know why it doesn't show the outline. Ooh, that was a clutch lasso rescue. Good job from the cowboy. I don't know if Composer can get out still. Okay, he did manage to get out. I have a very good feeling we're not going to be able to do this rescue. If the Composer is smart here... No, but it's not that simple. Normally I would suggest just not to rescue and focus on the gates, and then he has to choose if he wants to camp. But it's not that simple because it's Hellenberg, so he could just leave a puppet at basement and then still camp, and we're not going to be able to do this. In fact, I'm actually not going to afford to destroy... We can't afford to destroy this right now. I just have to keep stalling it. In fact, I'm even going to set up beasts here in case he switches. I don't have time to destroy this puppet. I have to focus on the Cipher. It's going to waste more time. The moment he chairs, though... I'm going to have to start breaking this puppet the moment he chairs, because I don't want him switching. Now we try doing it. He switched, though. He even did the red puppet trick. We're just dead. There's nothing we can do. That Cypher's our last hope. Suki, you want to duo? I don't feel like hunting. Yeah, I do want to duo. I did accept your invite. When is a good time to use 6 on Priestess? Generally, I would say don't use Titan on Priestess. You rather have a second rescuer do the rescuing, because with a Priestess, it's better to be on the side of the rescue and let the rescuer take a hit, then start placing portals. Because if you use your portals on the rescue, what ends up happening is every good hunter is going to break it before they hit you. So unless you have a second portal, or you just chose to get to the chair without using a portal, which could be possible. It depends on the hunter, depends on the chair. Depends on like how valuable it is that you save your portals as well. Then you could just place a portal after the rescue, help out the team that way. Generally, I would say if there is no second rescuer, feel free to take Titurner on Priestess. But otherwise, if you have 2 Tituners, don't take Titurner Priestess. If there's a survivor with like Seer Titurner, definitely ask that Seer to take off their Titurner and have you have Titurner, because you do not want bad survivors. Sorry, Seer's not a bad survivor, but he's a bad rescue survivor. You do not want to have bad rescue survivors have Titurner. It makes no sense. You want to be using those abilities from a safe distance. Like in Seer's example, you cannot use Owl next to Chair, otherwise he's going to hit you instead of the Owl. Yeah. About when to sell teammates, that's a hard one. It's not a black and white answer. It can't just be like, oh, if they kited 10 seconds, sell. If they kited 30 seconds, sell. If they kited 50 seconds, rescue. It's not that simple. There will be times where even if they kited 60 seconds, you could just rescue once, but then you could see it's not that simple. Because then, not only do you have like those 6 points that I mentioned earlier, you also have the question, well, what if you want to just rescue once? Do you sell all the way, or do you just rescue once? Are there any ciphers that the hunter is camping while they're chairing? Did the person that they chair the cipher on, is it a rescuer? In that case, sure, go ahead, do the rescue just so they get off. Like, there's so many questions. There's so many questions. It's not that simple. I guess I'll go over a few. Let's say the hunter chaired on a cipher. That's a more important rescue to do, because if your teammate had to leave their cipher to go do a different cipher, it's gonna waste a lot of time. So, your team's not going to be really gaining anything if you don't rescue that, because the whole time they're camping, they're going to be camping that cipher as well. In that situation, have your rescuer usually, not always, usually go rescue before half. So that way, after half, that person can take their Titioner, go die in a corner, somewhere with no ciphers, and then don't rescue at all at that point. Let's say it was a bad kite and they die by someone's ciphers. Rescue one time, have that person die away from a cipher. Then for the remaining 30 seconds, the second time, Hunter's not going to be sure if you're going to want to rescue or not. You're going to be forced to camp, because at that point, they don't know for sure if you want to rescue. Here's another thing I noticed about rescuing and selling. I really don't like selling people. Like, let's say, in terms of selling, letting the person die all the way. You don't rescue them once. I don't like doing that, really. I don't think that's a very effective strategy to do. Because the problem with that is the hunter's gonna chair someone. Let's say the hunter already identified where the 3 shaking ciphers are, and he sees they're all across the map. The moment he chairs, if those ciphers still don't stop shaking, he knows no one's going to make it before half, unless it's exactly mercenary or forward. In which case, they're still going to have to use a bunch of items. And it's going to be very expensive to do that rescue at that point. So at that point, what the hunter's going to do is they're going to leave the chair on purpose because they know no one is rescuing because the 3 ciphers are shaking. That's why I don't like selling survivors completely, because that's what ends up happening. They see the ciphers are shaking. It's a clerk. They spawn over there. They see the ciphers shaking, and they're just gonna leave chair, and they're gonna come back at like 60%. And here's the thing. At that point, like at like 30-40% on chair, your teammates are gonna finally realize, oh, he left chair. We should be doing this rescue. But the thing is, the hunter purposely left a chair when they knew you're not gonna make it before half anymore. So by the time you make it, it'll be like 60% already. So at that point, you're just gonna have to wait for 99% if you don't want to rescue early, so to speak, because now that's past half, you want to wait until 90%, something like that. It becomes a whole issue, and at that point, it's going to be a problem, because then they leave chair, they start pressuring on those ciphers, so you're really not gaining that much from not saving. That's pretty much how that works. You generally, it's very rare. Again, some hunters, you want to keep your health up. Very few, though, where that really matters for something like Mercenary or Gravekeeper, where you want to keep your health up against a certain hunter. Generally, these rescue survivors are so strong that it doesn't matter that they're half health, their abilities will single-handedly carry them. That's why it's generally okay for hunters to hit the rescuer and the rescue do the first rescue before half, because anyway, they're not going to die. I mean, it's Mercenary, Gravekeeper. Yeah, great, this Cypher's now locked because he took a hit. I don't know how people are dying without... Maybe it was a past recording. Maybe he died to like an earlier recording, like maybe he dropped the pala and that same recording ended up costing him 2 hits. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. That actually wasn't going to block the Cipher, but because he took a hit while I was getting recorded after I already touched it, then now I'm going to get recorded. Now it's going to get blocked, I should say. I already got recorded. She's probably going to check the other side, but if not, that's okay. This is an example of I am going to rescue before I have. Because I am going to have to use a shovel here so I don't get double hit. Why am I doing this rescue? Because he just died by next to my Cipher. So this is the other thing I was going over. Let's say they did die by a Cipher. If that Cipher, especially if it's a rescuer Cipher, if you're a rescuer and they died on your Cipher, especially just do the rescue. Just do the rescue at that point, especially. Because you'll get them off the Cipher. It'll stall more time for your other 2 teammates. And it'll get him in the corner away from everyone's Ciphers. As you guys see right now. He didn't die all the way in the corner, which is not good. He should have died all the way, but this is an example where I wouldn't go for a second rescue. You shouldn't go for a second rescue in this situation. At this situation, at this point, the hunter is afraid of leaving a chair, because we already rescued once. She doesn't know if we're going to rescue again. So she's going to be forced to camp. In this case, Jam chose to do the rescue. Now, is it okay? We'll see. But usually it's not going to be okay. Usually it's going to result in this person dying quite early anyway. It would be much better at this point to save our health, to save our resources, especially because he's a serious possible next chase target, that he saves his items, his health, especially his health, because we don't want him to heal up. Even if he self-revives here, he's still dead to a blink, which is the major problem. Technically, I would also be dead to a blink, but he wouldn't want to chase a slow decoder. We're going to have to both heal up, though, here. Now we waste more time, because now we have to double heal instead of just me getting healed. We're not even going to have time to heal him. I'm not really the concern here. This clerk is going to definitely go after the, either the decoder or the injured person. Either way, it's good for them. Now, granted, it is patient hospital, so he's going to have a much easier time cutting. So, if it's exactly hospital, I suppose it's okay. Is something good against Hunter with Cipher control skills like Sculptor or Clerk? At that point, it's not about... At that point, it's not really about their Cipher control. It's more about... it's more about those other things I talked about. You notice that when I mentioned those things that I said about when do you sell, Cipher control was not part of it. You don't really consider, do you want to rescue if the Cipher's being controlled. It depends more so on those other things. How much decode do you guys already have? Can you afford to go rescue? Is it going to cost a lot of items to do that rescue? Against Sculptor, this is a very odd one. This one, it might be even a bad idea to rescue even once. By the way, since we healed late, we're not going to be able to do this rescue before half. We would have to be playing exactly Mercenary to make that rescue before half. So now we're just going to have to wait until 99%. And we're going to lose this game. There is no chance about it. And we're also going to demote. That's just nice. I'm actually thinking about not streaming Survivor anymore. Because this is so stupid. Hit the chair at least. That's okay, I guess. The shovel's almost useless. Unless she hits the shovel right away, it's not going to be useful at all. I'm going to get off the chair immediately. Not the chair, but the Cipher, just so I don't get recorded. Still, though, all she needs is 9 seconds of me not recording, and that's all she needs, really. That's all she needs. She doesn't even need the other 8 seconds. Sorry, how much is the recording? It's... I think it's 10 seconds, and then the block is 9. I always forget which one was the -2 and which one was the -1 nerf. I'm actually just going to rush this Cipher. Even if she records me right here, I'm just going to go for it. Because we got to finish this other Cipher. Dungeon is here. Here's the real answer. This is I'm going to give you the down-to-earth answer when it comes to rescuing. If someone dies instantly, at that point, I'm just going to be real with you. There is no good option. There is no good option. If someone dies immediately, and you don't know if you should rescue or what to do, should you rescue, should you sell? The short answer is, it really doesn't matter. You guys pretty much lost at that point, honestly speaking. There really is no chance. There's almost no chance. Realistically speaking, you guys have no business securing a match like that at that point. She did not record herself. Oh, she's just gonna drop this pallet, though. She might break it now. She's actually gonna lift it back up. Not a whole lot to say about that game. But yeah, that's the short answer. If someone died almost instantly and you have to ask yourself, should you sell, should you rescue, there is no good answer. You guys usually lose at that point. What else? What else? Let's say someone did like a 60-second kite. This is where we're talking. This is not okay. Now I have a better idea. Back when survivors were a lot better, you would have a lot of these kites where like it was almost a 3-cipher kite, but not quite. That's a good time to ask yourself, should I do this rescue? Should we do 2 rescues? Should we do 1 rescue? Should we do no rescues? At that point, I would almost always, in fact, always go for a first rescue at that point. Because if they almost 3-cipher kited, they could very well rebound and get you guys a little bit of extra decode so that you'll be down to the last 2 ciphers so that you can win the match. At that situation, you want to keep the person alive. If they died really quickly, I really don't have a good answer for you. You guys usually should lose at that point. Whether or not they have cipher control, it really doesn't matter. Because if they don't have good cipher control, they usually have very good chase abilities. So in that regard, you guys die that way. If not for cipher control, then you'll die by dying quickly. At that point, it also depends on the map, depends on your ciphers, depends on how good your other survivors are. Depends on a lot of things. But the short answer is, should you sell or should you rescue? It really, 90% of it depends on the ciphers. Really, most of it. It's very rare that it depends on presence. That's almost never an issue. That is only an issue with Sculptor. And it's only an issue if the person went down like 30 seconds. If they went down in 60 seconds, I would still do that rescue. Because you guys can very well, even after that person dies, still pop the last 2 ciphers and then get a tie that way. and they die quickly, I would just not go for the rescue at that point. Because if you give them that presence, Sculptor is the only hunter in this game where once you give them that presence, it is almost impossible to kite. Even if they miss every single one of their main statues, even if they miss every single one, it's not going to matter because they could easily just set up a combined statue every time you vault or drop. And that's really all there is to it. That's the only hunter that I would say really matters with presence. Most of it depends on Cipher decode. Every once in a while, for some reason, Mercenary will go down. Of course, rescue that. Because even if they get it farmed, it still fits in 3 seconds of kiting. Assuming you guys don't have Tide Turner. This is a Doctor ban. What could this possibly be? There are a few options. It could be Mad Eyes. It could be Photographer. Most likely Photographer, actually. Judging by the tier of survivors we are seeing, as well as the very survivor on my left on this table. This is probably not a very good hunter. There aren't really any super good Call of Abyss survivors against Photographer besides Batter. That's a really good one. All harassers are really good against Photographer just because he has no abilities to deal with it. But we already have a forward. We also already have a Cowboy, which is an awful harasser to have. But nonetheless, he's going to waste our time, so I don't want to be going a third harasser. Just because he really should be decoding 24/7 because his harassing is terrible. But as we all know, Cowboys still think Cowboys are good, which they are not. It is, in fact, a Mad Eyes, so Thief would have also been good in exactly this situation. There is no Cipher here, though. Hunter did spawn. We did get key spawn. Hunter spawned over here. In fact, yep, you guys can see a shadow right there because that tree isn't loading in, ironically enough. Did I see a Doctor Ban? Yes, you did see a Doctor Ban. That Enchantress, I hope, destroyed the console. And I'll leave these bees here at the church. We're gonna wanna... Well, actually, they kept nerfing Mad Eyes so much that he only has 1 console guarding middle now. There used to be 3 consoles here guarding middle. Now it's only just 1, which makes Mad Eyes one of the worst hunters in the game. Totally unnecessary nerf. As survivors, the smart survivor would just not decode here. That's how you counter Mad Eyes in this situation. Why force yourself to do a Cipher that he's easily guarding? Just do a different Cipher that he can't easily guard. Like, one that's only guarded by 1 console. Like, it's why the nerfs are so stupid. On Mad Eyes. He was already not a great hunter to begin with before the nerfs. I'm talking about like 2-3 years ago now. Man, that's long ago. That's crazy. That was like the same update they nerfed Lizard and Feaster. Really stupid balance changes. Really stupid balance changes. And if I recall, I don't even think they actually nerfed any of the S tiers. So they nerfed hunters that like a few people use, and then the exact same meta is still the same. It didn't change anything. If anything, it limited hunters' options even more to be forced to use the S tiers even more than they had to, which is a big problem. Yeah, they did nerf him to the grave. I will say, he really did need a nerf for Moonlit Bridges. When he puts fences on the bridge, it's way too cheap and it lasted for way too long. But dude, they absolutely murdered him on those bridges. They didn't need to make it removed right away. They could have made it 5 seconds at least. Literally on Moonlit, going to the bridge is now actually a safe zone. It is considered a safe zone. It's ridiculous. Because the moment he puts any walls there, they automatically disappear, so it's impossible to trap you on the Moonlit bridges. It actually went from one of the worst areas to be in to one of the best. It's so stupid, but he doesn't even have a chance at killing you anymore in that area. Seriously, just next time you're going against Mad Eyes, see, I shouldn't have blocked all the way. I should have made it block like right here. Because that could potentially be a route that someone has to use. They're never going to go reception, so it's okay to block off reception. You want to try to put walls where you know someone's not going to run to. Because there's a very, very small chance that Cowboy could actually run over here after the rescue and then get blocked off because they put a wall there. There is a chance. That energy, that console has 0 energy left, so he cannot stop this decode. We are free to decode until we reach 50%. Generally, if you're up against Mad Eyes, unless you're Mercenary, you're going to need to check the console sooner, or any slow decoder. The good rule is that once you reach 50% on your Cipher, check the console again. That console is going to have about 100 energy by the time you check it. So since he just used the wall, it's probably more like 70 energy right now, 80 maybe. Maybe 37. Okay, so I actually I actually overestimated how much energy it would have. It would probably have about 80 if you didn't use this wall. So when you hit 50% on your Cipher, that's a good time to check the console again. This is how you counter Mad. Just every so often. Every so often, you can't completely get rid of the energy, because once you remove it, it's slowly always coming back. But here's what you can do. You can get rid of all of it so that he can't combo you with walls. That's the important part. You don't want to get comboed. Like, if he has full presence and he has a full console, you're very likely going to get comboed, trapped, hit by multiple walls, something like that. If you limit it to only 80, 100 energy because you just destroyed it, then at that point, look, he can't even block the Cipher because we actually destroyed that console. So he checked on us, he tried to, but he would only be able to block off one side of the Cipher. We would just go on the other side, and so it wouldn't work. One of the many reasons why Mad Ice is not a good hunter. He gets his energy back way too slowly. Especially because of how easy it is to break the consoles. They did not need to nerf how fast you break the consoles. Now it makes it almost impossible to protect your consoles. Like, forget Ciphers, it's almost impossible to protect your consoles now. It only takes 3.25 seconds, I think. They nerfed it from like 5.5 to 3.25. It's something crazy like that. It was like a... Like what? It was like a 30% time nerf? Maybe like 50, something like that. 50% difference. It's crazy. Man, unfortunately, he did get stuck in there. Did he get trapped? Yes, he did get trapped. I see him in the corner of the wall. It would be really nice to have a Priestess. Priestess would be another reason why this is not a good hunter. Very likely he's gonna try to pick him up. So, if we're... that sucks. He got off of it. I was gonna push him in the corner to waste more time. He might break the bees here. That's why I'm avoiding him. Good thing I did avoid him. Okay, we're gonna try to push him away. Just so he has to waste extra time. Oh, I was actually sitting on the outside here. That would have been a mistake. Again, he doesn't have a lot of energy here. This energy is not enough to kill me. Or trap me, for that matter, even. Yeah, 42. He stands absolutely no chance. So, he's checking a console with 0 energy. I believe this should be our first win here. Hopefully. Hopefully Ford is not getting trapped. No dungeon here at Graveyard, so not going to be an option. Oh, he actually sniped the bees with the walls. Oh my god. Another thing you can do against Mad Eyes is just keep tapping the console so he can never do anything once the person reaches the gate. You also get free 100 deduction every single time you break the console. Oh, no, you don't. I guess they changed that, because I used to always break the same console just to infinitely get points, and then at the end of the match I would get the highest deduction, I would get +4 for free. And I would do that. Just to... just to, get the most points out of everyone. If it's gonna be a bad hunter... Ooh, I didn't get off in time. Oh my god, am I actually gonna die now? No, I'm not gonna die, because the console's too far away. The console's too far away, I said. Yes, it is too far away. So now we're actually gonna be able to help our teammates even more. The more consoles you break by the gate, the better it is. It looks like Ford is not by the gate, so breaking as many consoles is actually going to be very helpful for us. Oh, no, no, no. I actually don't know where he is. Actually, is that him right there? Yeah, that's him right there. I can see him because he's injured. He has that persona ability. Technically, it could have also been the other person, but anyway. Where does he get his drink? Oh, actually, just take a look at his character. Are we actually not going to win this match? That's nice. He does actually have a drink. His drink is always sitting on the side of his character. Doing this rescue is going to be almost impossible. As soon as I leave the consoles, I'm probably going to die. Why is he not bleeding out that cowboy? If he just waited a few more seconds, he would have died. What is this? Is he BMing? I guess he doesn't want him to escape out the gate. That's probably his concern. Let's go in gate first, just in case. Although he's not going to be able to do anything because that console has 0 energy. It takes over 4 minutes to bleed someone out. I don't understand how that was not enough time for that Enchantress to get out. And it's just St. Peter, literally one of the worst players in IDB history when it comes to NAU. I'm not even gonna hide that. I try to at least be friendly. I'm not gonna be friendly about it. This man has played this game for 5 years. He's been around playing this game for over 5 years. I remember him, and he still sucks to this day. How can you be this bad and not ever improve at what you're doing? You do something for this much in your life. How old do you have to be to not learn from what you're doing? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Are you 60 years old? He probably is. He probably is. It's so stupid. Like, how old do you have to be? That's not even... I can't even call that guy a random. This guy is worse than a random. This guy is so bad, he gave himself a name worse than just quote-unquote random. He's not just random. He is worse than a random. When you see him, you don't think, oh, I got another rando. I wish I got my friend. No, you got the St. Peter. The St. Peter, not in a good way. The absolute worst way possible. At least if you got a random, it would be a total stranger, and at least maybe there's a chance they can impress you. No, there is no chance with this guy. You are going to lose, no matter how bad the hunter is. That is St. Peter. Yes, St. Peter was the Enchantress. And you know what? It's only fitting that it was St. Peter on Enchantress. Still trying to use a character that got nerfed 4 years ago and is not S tier since then. One of the most overrated survivors in this game, along with Prisoner, probably Postman now, probably Mechanic now after their nerfs. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that you played this game for 4 years and you still don't know that Enchantress is not a good survivor to pick, and yet you've always been picking it for the last 4 years. I rest my case. That is so stupid. Literally playing against a chip hunter, and you are still dying to the chip hunter as Enchantress. That's either a great example of how bad Enchantress is, which in that case, stuns do nothing, because if you're gonna die to his walls, so the stuns do nothing against Mad Ice, even though it's a chip hunter. Or it's just a showcase of how bad you are. And you know what? Mad Ice is literally one of the best hunters. Sorry, one of the best hunters at being one of the worst. That you could be playing freaking the worst survivor in this game, Wildling, and we still expect to win against Mad Ice. And we faced a hunter who has a brain. So we're not going to easily win this one. This is probably Sky, which is a good hunter. So I'm not just going to be able to magically win this one. Yes, almost as bad as Hot Girl. Yes. We got key spawn. Hunter spawned at Top Broken. I never get to mention key spawns anymore because champion and up, you don't get these spawns anymore. You get to choose your spawns. So. I really don't like that you get to choose your spawns, by the way. Although I will say this, I see some hunters in my Discord server complain that the game has become really annoying for hunters because survivors always know where you're coming from. And that's true. Survivors who have no business doing good against you because they didn't know your spawn are doing good against you because now they're just straight up running away from you. Which is true. That is garbage. But in my head, I'm like, well, I know every single spawn. Even if I didn't get key spawn, there is a very good chance that I still know where you spawn. So there's absolutely no way I'm going to get surprised. So aren't I just doing the same thing, but with less skill involved? Sorry, with more skill involved, I should say. Like, think about it. Is memorizing where the hunters spawn even skill? Or is that you just playing the game way too much? I would say that's just me playing the game way too much. And that if there was no spawn selection, then all it really means when people are dying to you because they didn't know where you spawn, is just because they didn't know where they respawn, and they'll remember next time, and it's just a gradual process of eventually every survivor is going to be able to know where you spawn, so in the end, it results in the same thing of survivors running away from you. But you know what? I will also agree with them on this. If a survivor is bad, and they're god-awful, and they don't know how to kite, then let's be honest here, they also don't really deserve to know how to rotate you. They only rotate you because they know exactly where you spawn. Which, you know what? I'll be completely honest, that is a load of garbage. That is a load of garbage. Because usually, good kiting comes before good rotation. If you're going to learn how to rotate, you should first learn how to kite in case your rotation fails. And it is stupid. It is stupid. But I'm just thinking, if the survivor was good, then in the end they would eventually learn the spawns. It would just take more work. So I'm just like thinking, it is stupid though. I do want the devs to remove spawn selection in rank. I don't like spawn selection. Is St. Peter toxic? I don't know. I don't really know about that. I haven't seen him talk in ages. I don't really check on Discord with toxic people. Basically, anything that's not rank, I don't really check in on IDV people or talk with IDV. Unless they talk to me about IDV. Usually I will make no mention about IDV, so... I never see these people outside of the game. But it's possible that maybe he is. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything. Because if he isn't and I say he is, that's wrong of me. So I'm just going to say I don't know. But it's really none of my concern. Although, you know what? I will say this. Being toxic and good at the game is probably worse than not being toxic and being bad at the game. Because if you're bad at the game, but you're not toxic, well, unless it's St. Peter. St. Peter is like, I understand there's a learning curve, but how do you play this game for 5 years and you still don't know how to play? Basically, our only chance at this game is Seer completes a Cipher. No, he just straight up decided not to camp? I was not expecting that. Jam did ping the hunters near me, but I'm not going to make it before half anymore. Look at that, that's our Cipher. We anyway wouldn't be able to do that. Dang. Oh well. Nice, baited out. We actually, do we need to body block? We do now! I was originally not going to body block. All she had to do really was to just run to the, that's really all she had to do, run to the pallet. I'm almost always getting hit by this bomb. We're almost always going to die here is the other problem. Give the guy a break. I'm not going to give this guy a break. This is like one of the few people in this game where I'm not going to be giving them a break. That was absolutely stupid. We should have removed these Vs, by the way. Oh! I didn't even notice he threw it. I thought he... Well, he did throw it out the chair. It just so happened my Vs were in the way. Again, we're not going to win games where people go down. Either quickly or in basement. I don't really remember what happened there. I don't really care to see what happened there. All I know is I do 2 ciphers and somehow we don't have enough ciphers still. Okay, I wanna say something about throwing. I don't like it when people use the word throw because throwing sounds a lot more intentional, and in fact, that's actually what it looks like to be. Because I see someone in the chat saying people who like to throw in general, ... Throwing isn't... Unless... That's so hard to say. So hard to say, because I don't know by throwing, do you mean on purpose? Or do you mean by accident? Because almost 99% of the time when people say, oh, this person threw, I guarantee you 99% of the time it was not on purpose. And throw has the connotation of doing it on purpose, which 99% of the time is not. Obviously, I'm sure St. Peter would like to win that game, but he was probably trying to balloon rescue, do something stupid like that before he used his brain. But you know what? It's fine, because he really didn't have a brain to use, so you know what? I can't blame him. Anyway. It's important, because that game, I'm not going to say St. Peter did it on purpose. That's just being stupid. Like, there's a difference between being stupid and throwing on purpose. On purpose. I always like to say throw on purpose because people like to say throw when it wasn't on purpose, so... You mean really on purpose? Okay, I'll give it to you. That is true. That is very annoying. In that case, yes, I absolutely agree with you. That is extremely annoying. Was that... Who was that last hunter? Was that really Sky again? Dude, this is the hunter he plays. This is the one hunter he plays I see him playing. I never see him play anything else. He almost for sure plays another hunter. But even if he plays another hunter, he's still gonna be rusty with that hunter. Just because he plays the same hunter so much. So even if he plays another hunter, it's fine. I'm just gonna ban Bomb. Usually I say don't ban like the less S tier hunters, like the hunters that are not S tier. Usually I say don't ban that. Instead, play around it. But I never see him play anything else, so I think in this situation it's gonna be okay. We'll see. I do wonder what hunter he's gonna play. What are the other Call of Abyss skins? I'll just go to a merchant. I can only remember 3 of the skins. There's Batter as well. Oh, and there's Weeping Clown. Yeah, I'm very glad we have it. I mean, Clerk is bad against Weeping Clown. Clerk doesn't have any range abilities, but... Okay, we got key spawn. Hunter spawned by... I call it Martha's. It's that little tunnel by the window right over there. It is a Hermit. That's fine. Hermit is not a very good hunter. I'm actually going to give the Cipher to the Mercenary. Especially because we just saw the hunter pass by. That's not good. Yeah. Trying to catch up on chat. Ooh, Patience. Patience here. This hunter might have teleport. Generally, this is what I see Hermits have. They like to have a, This mechanic did not use that hit to get anywhere good. She's literally in just as bad of an area she got hit in. I don't even know where she was running. I saw her shadow. She's running into a building. I don't know. She could go in a hotel or something. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna switch last second here. Just so she doesn't die. At least now she'll force out a blink or something. I'm surprised that Hermit didn't use 1000 presence there. Did he already use it? That would have been a great time to use 1000 presence ability. In that case, though, it's not good to share damage because she's already gonna die anyway. Ooh, we actually could have thrown her the Pocket Watch, but if we throw her the Pocket Watch, then we don't have Decode. Her one purpose, she won't fulfill it anymore. That's a hard call to make, actually. Would you throw the Pocket Watch to her in that situation? The thing about the Pocket Watch in exactly Hermit, by the way, we're dying to freaking Hermit, which, again, is not a good hunter. And yet we are losing to them! Just your average rank match. In that situation, that Mercenary should totally do that rescue, because I waste so much time walking to a different Cipher. And look, this is what happens when you don't do the first rescue. Look, your Cipher anyway gets pressured. What was the point of that? There was no point of that. There was absolutely no purpose of that. This is why I just say, especially if she died by people's Ciphers, save them just to get them out of that area of the map at that point. Jesus. Is he actually not chasing him? Seriously? 4 Ciphers are shaking, my man! 4 Ciphers! Why is he not leaving? Okay, I think he left now. I hope he left now. I seriously hope for this guy that he actually left the chair. If he has teleport... If he has... Okay, he wasn't even chasing. He could still teleport here, though. Like, what are the chances he chases a, I really hope I don't hit the top of that roof. I really hope so. Really hope so. Dang. Unfortunately, now that he has full presence, he becomes much harder to kite, is the problem. The thing about Hermit is that once he has full presence, he becomes a lot harder to kite, but this is the difference between Sculptor and Hermit. Even though they become both much better with full presence, the difference between them is that one of them can consistently get to the full presence. The other one's abilities are not very good to get to full presence in the first place. That being Hermit. Hermit doesn't have a good enough ability to be able to get full presence in a matter of time where you don't just die before then, as the Hermit, of course. When I say die as the Hunter, what I mean by that is, like, that you, what's it called? That you just lose the game, pretty much. We gotta go do my Cipher, by the way. This window is gone. So this is what he spent time on. Instead of pressuring the Ciphers, he spent time breaking a wall that no one's gonna use. Did he break this wall as well? Yep, he did. I don't know why, but I suppose I'm actually gonna switch, cause that shares damage, that robot. So I do not feel like being one tap. Although it really doesn't matter, I would still be one tap either way. Maybe I shouldn't have switched. It doesn't really matter, honestly. It would only matter if the mercenary died there. But since he's not gonna die, I don't need to share damage. Because now we can share damage for the no, for no one. We share damage for no one. We share damage for the patient, but mercenary already had shared, so. I guess it's possible to do this rescue. Jam might go for it. Jam's actually waiting around the corner to see if the Hunter is trying to block him off. Okay. Good job on Jam. He won't make this rescue, though, because of electricity stuff. He also knows where we are because we shook this Cipher. I don't know what to say. Again, Mechanic is not a good survivor to pick in the first place. Especially if they're a bad hunter. Like, Sky's not a bad hunter, it's just the hunter he picked should be an easily kiteable hunter. When you pick Mechanic, your decode's not good. And your kiting is really bad. The only time I would ever play Mechanic is if I want to get chased. Like, it's literally not even for the decode. Honestly, the devs need to remove the Mechanics decode thing. They should remove this and just have her have nothing. Because she does nothing good right now. She's not a kiter, she's not an assist, she's not a decode, she's not a rescue. She does nothing good. At least Postman has assist besides decode, even if they nerf his decode. But I don't have anything else to say about the rest. Yeah, the one win we almost had, we just died for no reason. What happened to Zeddy, by the way? We had a person here. They didn't play Mechanic, did they? No, that was the random. Random pick Mechanic. The other servers don't mind it, from what I've seen. What do they don't mind? You guys, they got mad at you for matching? Bro. Forgot to add a loss. Thank you. I would rather forget, but you're right. You're totally right. I don't think people dislike couples. I think they hate bias to one bad option to a good option because of personal reasons. I'm just not gonna get involved. I don't know what you guys are talking about. If survivors are so bad today, I might as well play Hunter. This is not just today. This is not just today. Ah, man. Honestly, should I just play Weeping Calm? Maybe if I play Weeping Clown, I'll get chased. I do have to do at least one Weeping Clown game. I'm gonna do at least one with each Call of the Survivor. We'll play Batter later. Batter, I think, is the last one who I didn't play yet. It's just like, I have a very good feeling that when I use this ability, I'm probably gonna actually make the Kai harder on myself by using his ability. It just doesn't have it. I just don't understand why the devs felt the need to not give Clown maximum mobility like forward. Like, what would that make him a broken character? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, look at forward. Jesus, man. Forward can do it. And that's mostly because of forward speed and his rescue potential, not because of Weeping Clown. If they gave Weeping Clown rescue potential, that would make him slightly better. And not even that much better, just because, okay, Hunter, I'm pretty sure spawned on my right. I believe this is a key spawn. Dang, this is a Hunter where Weeping Clown does almost nothing against. This is gonna be a very hard Hunter to use this ability against. The only way I'm seeing us being able to use this ability is to use it after the Axe Blade already uses a soul. I don't see any other way. We have to. It's so sad, but like, it's really bad to have to Kai like this is the problem. You don't want to have to. There is no soul. There is a soul behind me? Dang. Again, not like I had an ability to counter that. I mean, like, maybe, like, you could say that I did, but not really. Oh, thankfully someone broke that. Nice, we're in a much better situation now. Still not in a great situation. I'm actually gonna do this. And we'll get the speed bonus from the rocket as well. The cooldown on this ability is way too long. Yes, thank you. Thank you. We are only alive because of his mistake. We're not alive for any other reason. Where's the soul? I don't know where the soul is. We're actually gonna use the rocket right here. Right here. And we're not gonna be able to go up the stairs, so I'm not even gonna try. I really hope he's not going on my side. He probably is, let's be honest. And now we'll get a window boost. We do have a purple soul on us, but he's not going to be able to use it. Yep, because he's not in a good angle. If we could use... No! Don't get stuck! What?! Okay, well, I think we're still fine. Okay. Get out the way! There's no way. I'm telling you guys, there's no way. You can't counter that. You have to use it after he uses the soul. You had to wait until after. No, Axe Boy's trees do not just magically break. They are not like Feaster Tentacles where they just break after a while. They are the only things in this game that do not disappear unless the Axe Boy... Unless two reasons. There's two reasons why a tree breaks. Either someone broke the tree, or he put a tree, and there was already a maximum number of trees. That was a really good stun, by the way. We're gonna run over here, so that we can combine it with the... Never mind. That was completely pointless. We actually should have ran on the stairs. I don't know if we're still gonna be able to survive. Not quite. Man, I would love it if you just do the ciphers already. How are we at 3 ciphers, 2 ciphers? I don't understand when people leave the ciphers. Like, I understand that I kited by you. It was a few seconds. I kited by you for a few seconds and I vaulted the pallet on the other side. Why do you not do the cipher? Like, I don't understand why people think that you, just because you kite by a few seconds, you have to leave. Like, that cipher is anyway not directly on any route. It's so annoying. We're pretty much screwed here. Great. If anything, that stun made it easier to hit me. That is really annoying. That is really annoying. I don't know where our decode is. Where is our decode? I don't know where our decode is. It could very likely just be Mechanic just not decoding because she's hiding. She's probably wasting time hiding because she's playing decoder. On top of that, her decoding character is not even a good decoder. She has to waste time walking around with the robot. Then she walks around with the robot, tries to do a Cipher with it. That Cipher's not anyway going to get done, so she wasted time walking around with the robot. There needs to be a new role in this game called anti-decoder, and give it to Mechanic, please. Jeez. Like, the Cipher should have been done! I know that's not the greatest cut in the world, but the Cipher still should have been done. Those Ciphers should have been done. 5 Ciphers should have been done by the time I died for a 3rd time. That's stupid. That's actually ridiculous. Like, dude, when I play with good people, I'm actually surprised how fast we get Ciphers done. And that's a really bad sign. Because the few times I matched with B4U, one time I was kiting Geisha on Chinatown against Geisha on Chinatown. As Enchantress, and I was streaming this, I think. And I took a hit. By the time I took my first hit, I thought I was doing a bad kite when I finally took that first hit. I thought, oh, sorry, it wasn't a bad kite. Because I had a triple stack, so it was going to be a really good kite. I was surprised that they already had a Cipher them by the time I took a first hit. Because I'm so used to people taking forever on Ciphers that you actually have to kite like 110 seconds, 120 seconds. Like, this is ridiculous. Most of that kite, most of the seconds that I did this match were on that first kite. Very little of these seconds came from what's it called? Came from the 2nd and 3rd rescue. The 3rd rescue I maybe gained like 7 seconds. The 2nd rescue I maybe gained like 10 seconds. On top of that, I think I had even more kite time because the game doesn't count when the hunter is really far away from you. There were a few times where the hunter was just really far away from me. Anyway. You were there on Chinatown? You guys did a great job on the decode. Like, that's an example of, like, how decode should be. And, like, I actually forgot how fast Cypher's... Like, that's how bad the decode has become in the server. Where, like, you need ridiculously long kites. Like, I've trained myself to do these ridiculously long kites with these ridiculously bad characters. That when I actually do it with a team that actually knows how to decode, I'm actually surprised at how well we're doing. Because what I thought to be a bad kite is actually an amazing kite. Because by the time I take a first hit, not that game. That game I took a really early first hit, but it took me a while to kill me after that. I mean, think about it in terms of numbers as well. How much time did we buy after the blink miss? By the way, we only got that kite so long because of the blink miss. So, that was a solid at least 40 seconds after the blink miss. Which means we've already should have had at least 40 seconds worth of decode. I'll give them like I'll give like a 20-second grace period for like walking to the Ciphers. Maybe, just maybe if they run into someone else. But they should at least have like about 30-40 seconds of decode by the time he blinks me. And on top of that, I made like another 40. Those should have been 3 Ciphers done. And we didn't get that. 84.6 seconds for Cipher. It's... Unless they nerf decode, it's 81 seconds for a Cipher. And 77 if you hit every perfect calibration. Let's say you get about 6 calibrations. That equals about 4 seconds faster. I forgot. I had this tested in my... I forgot which video I did this, but I did post a video that tested a decode time. It wasn't to test the decode, it was to test something else, but part of it needed to know the time of doing a Cipher. With and without calibrations. And that's what I found it to be. 81 for no perfect calibrations. Not a single perfect calibration. If you hit every perfect calibration you can get, 77 seconds. It depends. Some survivors have more calibrations more often. Other times, other survivors get less calibrations, like Mind's Eye and Magician. Those guys get less calibrations, so their decode is slower, technically. Other times, you'll be playing a character, and you'll be getting calibrations like every 5 seconds. So it's not a consistent thing. It's not a consistent thing. Yeah, it depends on the survivor, not just on the survivor, it also depends how does the game feel. Like, sometimes the game gives you a ton of calibrations, otherwise, other times you'll get like 1 or 2 calibrations. Those are like extreme examples, but they are examples to consider, nonetheless. And I feel like when I was using the 3rd rocket, I should have let go of the rocket. The problem with me letting go of the rocket is then I'm going to die to the speed bonus from the fire. If I don't get hit by the soul, it means he's gonna absorb the soul. It means he's gonna get a speed bonus. So I really did need to dodge that soul with the rocket. That was pretty much my only chance. I could also choose to not use the rocket until after he uses the soul, but after he uses the soul, I have this like wind-up time to get the rocket out. And because he has a major speed bonus, he's probably going to hit me while I'm trying to do that. There's a lot of problems with leaving home. The biggest problem is I got stuck on that railing. That's really the biggest problem there. If not for that, that kite probably would have gone longer. At that point, that's not Weeping Clown. That's just kiting at Leo's memory. That's just factory carrying me. That's not Weeping Clown's abilities doing me. Although I will say, those first 2 rockets were definitely not bad. Those are definitely solid value. Like those were not bad at all. I'm not gonna even go up the stairs because this area, these buildings have just become so bad. We're probably gonna take a hit here is the problem. But it's okay. Because he's gonna need a lot of these abilities. We're not gonna give him any free hits. Every time he hits me, he's going to need to use an ability, whether he likes it or not. We don't even... That was an awful ability, because I don't need to take that route. I could just take this one. Now he needs to wait... what was it, 12 or 14 seconds? Okay, he does have insulin, so he's got that going for him. Okay, good for you. That was really good on him. But again, that's insulin, so can't be really mad at that. It's anyway going to take him 40 seconds for that ability to come back. It's going to take him a very long time. 40 seconds on that 1000 presence ability. Going to be very, very long. I actually, if I didn't drop that, I wonder if I didn't drop that, would I still have gotten hit there? By the charge. No, this barrel is here. Oh, I didn't know that. Ah, man, if I... What? No one shared damage with me? Bro, we actually could have survived much longer if someone just shared damage. Why did they switch? Oh, man, and Basin is here too? Unfortunately, I didn't know those barrels were there. That's the first time I used that area like that. The correct thing to do there is to, as soon as he tries baiting you one time, that's your chance to go around the building. But then I got stuck on those barrels, and at that point, if I try going around at that point, it's probably too late. This really sucks. I don't know at what point... Okay, he hit the mercenary. That's fine. Does this even work? Dang, he just sat at the bottom. Wow. Wow, and mercenary actually is gonna die as well. He wants to try to hit me one more time to share damage, but we're not gonna let him. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know why we're not sharing damage for each other. That kite would have been much longer if they just shared damage for me. Like, how much health did I waste because it didn't share damage? I think I was at like... Was I at like 1.8 health? How much health did I have? When they didn't share damage for me. Alright, I see the mistake. You should not have... That's really frustrating. Oh, I should have pinged that sooner. 2 people switched to blue. That is a huge mistake. Both of them switched to blue polarity to save to take damage from me. Only one of them should have switched to the polarity, because if both of them switched, then no one's gonna be able to block for me later. And Jam couldn't do it because Jam wasn't doing a Cipher that was connected, so there's nothing he could do. But dude, that is so annoying. It's just like people just don't know. It's just people who don't know. Like if we had teammates who knew, only one of them would have switched so that the next time I get a blue polarity, the other can switch. That way we never have a time where we don't have a polarity that's not being covered. We're actually gonna lose this game. We're actually gonna lose this game because people are just not good at knowing when to switch polarity. That really sucks. We have a lot of Cipher progress too. A lot of these ciphers are almost done. That one is almost done. That one's between 60 and 80. There's another one right there that you guys see right there. That one is almost done. This one is almost done. I know it says 3 ciphers, but we were actually really close to doing that. All we need is just one person. I don't know if Jam lagged out there, but oh no, it's because the walls. It really wouldn't have mattered because the wall would anyway break, unless he gets a speed bonus. Then it mattered. I'm not even gonna comment on that. Like, that's. Sorry, don't save that. I didn't mean to save that. That's a block right there. I don't know if this is if they're duo wing, then I only have to block one of them. I mean, to be fair, you really. Do you really have to be that good at the game to know that you don't need 2 people to switch to the same polarity? Alright, we're gonna need Jam to switch polarity so that he doesn't die. He needs to wait to see what polarity the mercenary gets. Dude, you don't need to walk through the polarity. Just elbow pad past him on the other side. Hermit counters mech mechanic is not a good survivor anyway. Just in case. I'll save the other band for St. Peter. Jeez. FYI. That's you, Ali? Of course I feel a little bit bad, but... Ali, why are you playing mechanic? Also, I don't want to save this match. I need to remember to delete this match later. I'm not going to take a break. We're going to do this session all the way. Because it's not me who's doing bad. I would like to think that at least. Too bad you aren't playing with me. We'd win every game. If the rescues were later, they could probably tie. I would still complain, because that should be a win. But yeah, I suppose a tie is better than a loss. This is not... This is not a beginning of season thing, by the way. This is a all season kind of thing. If I played my main, it would only make a difference for these last 2 games, because I was the one kiting. Every other match, people just died immediately. If I could donate, I'd donate so I could take a break or play his main. Can you donate, by the way? I had to submit tax documents to get that fixed. Did they ever approve that? I'm gonna check right now. No, you still can't. Maybe I just have to turn it on now. It really doesn't matter what we do. Oh, there we go. Review and accept. Alright. I don't know if it's gonna update right now, but you might have to refresh the page if you want to donate. I hope. Yeah, it should turn on now. For like a good month, there was no option for it because I needed to submit tax information. I don't know what to play. I don't know what to play. We've played all the Call of the Abyss survivors. I'll just play the rest of the session with characters I can trust myself with. You guys like the vacuum cleaner? Guest appearance of vacuum cleaner. This isn't exactly a key spawn. Maybe it is. I doubt it. I would remember it. Yeah, definitely not. Alright, see a survivor spawn over there. If they spawn all the way in shore, that means Hunter spawned cornfield. But that doesn't necessarily mean they did spawn shore, though. I'm sorry, not cornfield. Outside of shed window. Cornfield is a different key spawn. Cornfield would be the survivor who kind of spawns close to the shed window, but not quite. It's hard to say exactly. Okay. Good thing I picked Perfumer. This is going to be a very, very good survivor against Blood Queen. Although if she doesn't chase me, it's not really going to matter. Okay, Acrobat is also a very, very good survivor. He's not in a very good area, though. He might get hit here. That's rough. There's really not much he could have done there. I'm sure he did his job using the ball, but after that, that's just the areas he was limited to. That's just Lakeside. You were about to buy Mechanic. Mechanic has not been a good survivor for a long time. Ever since her nerf, she has not been a good survivor. Not even a mirror, at least? Dang. It doesn't really matter because she didn't mirror anyone after. She should have mirrored. She should have tried at least mirroring me after the hit, just so she could get her next mirror back quicker. Like right now, I don't know why Mercenary is not rescuing. You should absolutely do this rescue in this situation as Mercenary. Absolutely do it. It's an Acrobat. He can totally rebound. It's only a Blood Queen, so it's not going to be a problem with presence. It's not going to be a problem with camping. There's absolutely no reason to not rescue this. On top of that, I could have kept doing my Cipher, saying that he's coming to rescue, so I wouldn't need to worry about leaving my Cipher. I could just use a Perfume for now, take a hit with a mirror, and then be able to immediately do the Cipher again, knowing that the Cipher's going to be safe to do before her second mirror because he's going to rescue. But now he's in an awful situation, because now he knows where I am, he knows the Cipher just got finished, and he knows where the Mercenary is. So now she's just free to go pressure the Mercenary. Which is another reason why I like to do rescues before half. As chair time progresses, they get more and more info about who's going where, especially with Wanted Order. Especially knowing where I am. She saw where I am. She saw where the Mercenary is with Wanted Order, and the other last survivor must be the Prospector by process of elimination, so. Mostly because it's Blood Queen. Like, Blood Queen, she's not gonna be able to do it. On the camp. Alright, I don't think he's gonna be able to finish that Cipher. But he's trying. Dungeon is here. Please don't take a hit. Okay, it's Prospector, so it's not like he has a good ability against Blood Queen Mirror anyway. He's trying to stall, but we don't have anyone doing Ciphers. Like, maybe Mercenary is doing that Cipher, but not really, because they're right there, and I'm trying to walk to the Cipher. I guess he's buying time for me to walk to Cipher. That's not a good play though, because now he's gonna die to a mirror. We'd rather have no survivors close to her so that her mirrors can't get good value immediately. We don't want her to be immediately using mirrors off of cooldown. We want to be wasting as much time as possible in between, because every time she uses a mirror, that's a guaranteed hit, or we have to use our ability to counter it. A good Blood Queen at least. I know like if they miss it, but I'm not accounting for misses. I'm assuming they're cutting well. They're hunting well, but they're not missing their mirrors. Dungeons by the Big Rock. Dungeon Big Rock, yeah. Thank you, Jam. Jamie Jam. If that other person doesn't start working on a Cipher... Okay. I was thinking she might blink, but... Interesting. She's just breaking the pallets one by one. This way, we not only counter the mirror, but we're also cutting away from the mirror. Unless she switches. If she switched right there, that actually would have been a very good play from her. We actually have to stay at this pallet. It's really awkward, but we don't have a choice. We should be able to reach this one without taking a hit, though. Yep, that's why I did that. And didn't just circle it, because we can reach a different pallet that's safer. I'm gonna drop this one. Blink? No, still no blink. Cipher's primed. Okay, so this is the plan. We're gonna get a mirror out. Ooh, I really hope she wastes a mirror. She needs to use a mirror, otherwise we're not gonna be able to pop this. She's just swinging for now. Yeah, she's not using her mirror. She knows. She knows. Maybe that could also be why she's not using her her blink. That could be another reason, because she knows the Cipher's plan. But if she uses her blink, we actually still don't want to pop, because otherwise I'd still be dead. It's so annoying. Okay. If she breaks this pallet, I'm actually going to go towards ship now. Because we're going to need to have an area that can... Because she's just waiting to slowly get rid of all my pals, so we're going to need to... get to an area that can also counter... Do not... Oh, I thought he pinged focus on the code. No, he's just being toxic. We could also use a perfume. I think I'm actually gonna do that. Do not activate that! We're dead to a mirror now. We're dead to a mirror. Or he's dead to a mirror. Oh no, it's Mercenary. Why is she choosing Mercenary? Mercenary's just gonna elbow pad from the mirror. That was not a good pop. They should wait. They should wait until I get a mirror out. That's not a good pop. We're very lucky that she's going after the survivor that can pop the, that can counter the mirror. That's the only reason why that was still okay. If she mirrored on me, that would have been complete opposite. That was the wrong order. She should have mirrored me, then gone after the Mercenary. Well, I'm still on the ground. She wouldn't catch that Mercenary, but if he makes a mistake, then she would. If he makes a mistake, then he would. Then she would catch him. To be fair, that's like a really advanced thing to not pop, knowing what the hunter's intentions are. That's a more advanced thing. Like I wouldn't expect the randoms to know, honestly. It's better to just not even use your perfume at that point, because they're probably gonna waste the pop. So that is why she was not using the mirror. Because she's trying to hit me. She's waiting for them to pop so she can immediately knock me down. Because my perfumes won't do anything. My perfumes won't do anything once she uses her mirror. Once she has the tension, sorry. We're very lucky that she didn't mirror me, because there's no way I would be surviving that. We need her to miss, which again, no reason she should miss. You are washed, just give up? Who are you talking to? You talking to me? Yeah, I don't care. You can go on a timeout. Bye. Alright. Are you a Stanley Kubrick fan? High murder? Oh no, that's not to me. Imagine making the group call the randoms. I'm curious if he shows his face up again to say something toxic in 300 seconds. I like to give them the timeout just to see if they want to say something again after 5 minutes. Then they're gonna get the ban. I didn't delete the comment. When you time someone out, it just automatically disappears. So I guess I deleted it by that logic. Yeah. We really don't need to ban Arms Factory Wax Artist. This is a really good map against Wax Artists. We don't need to do that. Dream Witch would be a better option. Dream Witch would be the best option. Sculptor would be the second best option. No one plays Sculptor or Dream Witch though. So every once in a while, if you ever bump into that hunter that can use those hunters, they're gonna kick your butt. If they know how to use S tiers, they're definitely gonna kick your butt. That's a really cool acrobat skin. I really like that ball. I don't really like the skin, I just like the ball. Alright, I'll use Magician for this one. Washed is a term in video games that you use to say someone once was good, but they're not good anymore. That's what washed is. It means basically means it could mean that you quit, but not necessarily. It's like that's a prospector skin? Whoops. It looks like a oh my god, that thing looks like a ball though. No, I didn't know. There's no way to know. Oh, wait, no, the name... Shoot, I didn't even know what survivor he was picking. This is a spawn. Every spawn, every forest spawn will result in you getting chased. He did pass by. Maybe he just wanted to see if he gets tinnitus, and then he would go for a forest, but... Most hunters, if you get a forest spawn... They're gonna go for forest, because there's only 2 possible forest spawns, and both of them, for both of those spawns, the hunters like to go forest first. The first option is backgate, the second option is outside shed window. For both of those hunter spawns, they will go forest first. And both of those spawns, those are the only spawns where there's a forest spawn, so they're always gonna go for that. When I say forest, I mean this big rock. This is the area called forest. There used to be nothing here. He's here? That was really... Okay, I'll just walk away from that one. Yo, I can't even be mad at that. That's literally me when I play Antiquarian. That was something else. Oh my god, I can't be mad at that. 9%. It's all right. It's all right. Okay. This is gonna be a really hard game now. Please don't get blown up. Thank you. At least he did the rescue. He's still gonna die, but at least he did the rescue. I know that spawn was a key. Spawn I hided, but the hunter was an ant. Spawn. Add that to your dictionaries, everyone. Spawn. Spawn. Is it a noun or a verb or an adjective? Not really sure. Gotta define it now. Hiding against an ant? Hiding against an ant is not a bad idea. You just have to get up the moment the cats pass you. Because the cats detect survivors in a certain area. You don't have to be inside of the cat. As long as you're near the cat, outside of the circle, it still counts as seeing you. Unless she just released the cat. For the first second that she uses a cat, she actually can't see survivors, so... That would be a good time to try to mind game and go next to a wall when she can't see, or go farther away from a wall. when she thinks you're taking a certain route. Can we pick up? No, antiquarian. That's an antiquarian who's dying, so it's not like I'm gonna be able to pick up her items. Spawn. S-pawn. A place. So it's a noun. Spawn. A noun. Dang, this person actually did show up. Hold up. Bye. This guy said you will never be Titan again? This guy's so confusing. Don't get hit. Thank you. Okay, hopefully he breaks that. Thank you. Now I can go shed. We would probably take a bomb hit, but he already used, oh, he didn't even hit me. He already used teleport, so we know he doesn't have blink. He's not going to be able to blink me. Does this person still have, Does this person still have the owl, by the way? I don't know. We have window boost, so we can actually use this window. Although he's probably going to bomb it. Ooh, he already has the time bomb back. Okay. That's fine, I guess. Trying to see if he's going around. No, he's actually not going around. You know what? We're not going to survive anymore, so I'm just going to go die in a corner. We're just going to make this as annoying as possible for him to kill me. And dungeon is here. Unfortunately, the chair is here, so it actually wasn't that great to go die in a corner. St. Peter coming for you? You think that was St. Peter? That random in the chat? He might go down here. That really sucks. Like, oh my goodness. Oh wow. That was a huge mistake from that bomb. He did that in the wrong order. Wrong order. Detention. I'm not gonna vault this window quite yet. We're gonna try to save the window boost. Trying to save it. Okay. I do. Oh man, why drop a bomb there? Interesting. Oh, it didn't. Oh, I forgot there's no pallet here. Right. No way I could have avoided that. No, we're not gonna be able to get up either. If someone was there on the gate, as long as they don't die immediately, we would actually get up and we would still tie this match. So all that tie really did was jeopardize his tie. Sorry, all that teleport did was jeopardize his tie. We always... Oh, we did have an owl. Ooh. Dang. No, I did get hit by that bomb, the random bomb, yeah. I forgot I was full health, because that's... He messed up that end game there, that bomb. He made a mistake. I was assuming he would knock down the seer, then we popped, then I'm at half health. I completely forgot that we would actually still be at full health because he made that mistake. We popped after I already got rescued. Which should not have happened. We should have been forced to pop before I got rescued. Is the stream lagging? Shoot, stream is lagging. I don't know what to do about that. Bruh, YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. No, it's not your internet, guys. It's not your internet. Yep, I think stream is crashing. Stream might crash here. If stream crashes, I'm probably gonna end it. Yeah, stream's gonna crash. Dang. No, we're still here. It's just barely hanging out. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about this. Like, when this starts happening, Is it the Wi-Fi? Is it my Wi-Fi? If it was my Wi-Fi, I feel like the game would be lagging. Okay, I think it's fine now. I think it should be fine now. Sorry about that, guys. I guess. At least we salvaged a tie that match. I wasn't sure we would win that one. Sorry, not win. I wasn't sure we would tie that one. It's like he's a whole 110 pixels. I mean, I don't know. It looks fine for me. It looks fine on my end. I'm checking right now. Although there's another error now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we're gonna crash again, I think. Sorry, guys. Thank you, OBS, for being completely useless! Yeah, I don't know if we're coming back. Man, we got a barmaid. I guess that's not so bad. There's a lot worse survivors. Wait, are we back? You guys actually see me coming back? That's crazy. Blink is up. Dude, stream should not be back. How is stream back? Is it actually back? Yeah, I guess it is back. It's just really pixelated. And she's not recording it. Man, that entomologist just snowballs decoding the cipher. Has absolutely no care for getting off ahead of time. Dang. Oh, that's so sad. I guess I should have spectated. That's an L moment. Okay, I think we're gonna go for the cipher now. Did he pick his nose? I hope not. Alright. Honestly, I could have just healed her if she's gonna waste all that time plus use her ability. That was not worth it. Imagine if Segi said his email and password because he thought we were gone. My god. The stream is really delayed now, I'm noticing. I'm just gonna spectate Acrobat. Okay, I'll send it. Dang, did she miss the owl? I don't know if she purposely swung away or missed. I felt like I timed that well. I don't know, man. Maybe she heard me spectating. It looks pixelated, but still visible. Yeah, I can see. I can see very well. It's a little bit unfortunate. I don't know what's going wrong with this, guys. I'm really sorry. It just shows up red. I don't know what to do about it. Plus, I'm in the middle of a game, too. Man. So watch out. This is like not a hunter that you can just look away while you're decoding. Okay, she's recording someone else. There aren't even sounds like when she starts recording you. Cipher Prime. Okay. She's trying to record someone else right now. Okay, that must be the person kiting. Yeah. Yeah, so she's kiting. 70%. Still recording the cutter, okay. 92%. This last cipher is going to be barmaid cipher. Finish that, please. Last cipher is going to be barmaids. which I believe it's this one right here. But I'm still gonna let the small just do the other one because we do want 2 ciphers against Clerk. We never want there to be. By the way, is the mic working? Yeah, mic's working. We never want there to be less than 1 cipher being worked on. Yeah, so this is her cipher. It is hers. It's actually good that we have 2 ciphers against Clerk because now she's never gonna be able to focus on just one. We're always gonna be maintaining our deco progress. We do. Do we do this rescue before I have? Maybe. Hold up. Maybe we prime this cipher, then we do the rescue. Yeah, we're gonna do that because there's no chance she's finishing that cipher. We have to have at least one of these ciphers primed. Then she's gonna run to whichever cipher's primed. If she primes her cipher first, that's fine. But in the case that she keeps getting recorded, she's just come to my cipher. Because in the end, I'm gonna have time to do this rescue no matter what. So now the cipher's primed. We're gonna wait for her to reach the cipher before we do that. And, order matters a lot here, so we gotta let her reach the cipher first. She's just standing right now. She's not at the cipher, so I don't know what's going on. Please don't go for a terror shock. It would be nice to get some extra. Oh, okay. Don't pop that, please. Okay. Man, she waited a long time on that recording. This really sucks that we're stuck together here, but I'm gonna split off here. Why would you not go for the pallet? You're the priority. Dude, I don't get it. Like, why are you giving me the pallet? Whatever. I'm not even gonna blame myself for that. Like, if I hogged the pallet, I would understand. I did not hog that pallet. I left that for her because she's the priority. Okay. We're in a lot of trouble now. In fact, there's no reason even going to that gate. She's not gonna be able to finish that gate in time. Yeah, she's running away now, but it's only a matter of time. She's just standing there menacingly. She's probably checking Entomologist's cipher, but Entomologist was already running to my cipher. That's why. I assume at least that's why. Last hope is gonna be Dungeon, which, where is Dungeon again? I forgot where Dungeon is on this game. Let's see if she might check this gate first. No, she doesn't. She just picks up immediately. I guess she checked the other gate, and so she was on a 6-second cooldown. We're just gonna get this gate open. We're gonna be able to get out. And we're gonna be able to secure a loss. Good stream, everybody. I'm just gonna end your misery now. Thank you for coming. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Oh, look, stream's better now that I... Okay. Anyway, bye.